Good morning, evening, afternoon, and midnight. Hello, everybody. My name is Amy, and this is yoga. So for today, we are going to once again focus on chakras. So we're going to go ahead and get started by taking a nice, comfortable, seated cross-legged position towards the center of the mat. Palms are up, shoulders down and away from your ears. Begin to soften your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Unhinge your jaw. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, reach. And as you exhale, begin to take your arms forward, rounding your torso, tucking in the tailbone. Inhale, open up your arms, open up your chest, lengthen your spine, taking your shoulders over your hips. And exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take your arms forward, round your torso. Inhale, open up your arms, lengthen your spine. And exhale, release the arms down. One last time like this. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, extend the arms forward, rounding your torso. Inhale, open up your arms, lengthen your spine. And exhale, bring your arms down. Inhale, reach your left arm up. And exhale, side stretch over to your right. Breathe deeply into your side waist. Inhale. Exhale, carve through. Inhale, open up your arms. And exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, side stretch over to your left. Inhale, exhale, carve through. Inhale, open up your arms. And exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, round through, pulling your navel in. Inhale, open up your arms. And exhale, release your arms down. Let's come to all fours or tabletop position. Wrists directly below the shoulders, knees directly below your hips. Really draw your navel in tight towards your spine. Inhale, begin to pull your abdomen nice and long, creating a slight back bend into cow. See if you can lift your gaze up. And as you exhale, round through, drawing your navel into your spine, tucking in the tailbone, chin towards your chest, into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Hinge your elbows. Draw your brow towards the mat. Scoop through and inhale into cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Hinge your elbows. Scoop through. Inhale to cow. Exhale, round through and scoop. Inhale to cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Take your hips to your heels. Coming into child's rest. Really allow your brow to meld into your mat. Allow your eyes to drift closed. And focus on your breathing. Focus on creating that new energy into your brow. And release any tension that you may be holding on to. Anytime any of the asanas we're about to perform today start to become too strenuous, you may certainly feel free to come back here to child's rest. Breathe deeply. On your next inhalation, come back to tabletop position. Exhale, curl your toes under, knees and hips come up to downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, I want you to try to keep your hands and wrists lined up with your shoulders, feet lined up with your hips. Really focus on keeping your spine nice and long. You do not have to have your legs fully extended. Inhale, exhale, and with your gaze into the mat, begin to walk the dog, rolling through your feet, creating a gentle dynamic stretch for your plantar fascia. Toes are spread wide. Inhale, hold downward facing dog. Exhale, knees to the mat. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale, round through into cat. And again, inhale into cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Scoop through, hinging at the elbows. Inhale to cow. Exhale, round through to cat, scoop through. Inhale to cow. Exhale, round through to cat, scoop through. Inhale to cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Take your hips to your heels. Coming back to child's rest. Take deep breaths. Eyes closed, brow is soft. See if you can begin to reach and lengthen your arms a little bit more along the mat. Inhale, come back to tabletop position. Eyes open. Exhale, downward facing dog. And again, walk the dog. Inhale, hold downward facing dog. Exhale, knees to the mat. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round through cat. Again, inhale into cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Elbows, scoop through. Inhale to cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Scoop through. Inhale to cow. Exhale, round through to cat and scoop. Inhale to cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Hips to heels. Child's rest. Eyes closed. Brow is soft. Inhale to tabletop position. Exhale, downward facing dog. And again, walk the dog. Inhale, hold downward facing dog. And this time as you exhale, walk your hands to your toes. Coming to Uttanasana or forward fold. Relax the back of your neck. Let gravity do the work for you, allowing your head to dangle. Inhale, exhale, nod your head yes. Inhale, shake your head no. Exhale, nod yes. Inhale, shake no. Exhale, nod yes. Inhale, shake no. Exhale, hold, forward fold, clasp your elbows, and then gently swing from side to side, coming into swinging Uttanasana. Releasing into either side of the low back. Breathe deeply. Inhale, hold. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, bend your knees slightly. Exhale, come all the way up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, reach your arms up, palms together. Exhale, take your hands to heart center. Namaste hands. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, swan dive. Slight back bend, hinge at the hips, release into Uttanasana. Inhale, walk your hands forward. Exhale, tabletop position. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Inhale. Exhale, elbows scoop through, chest, then chin. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round through to cat, scoop through, elbows, chest, then chin. Inhale to cow. Exhale, round through, elbows, chest, then chin. Inhale to cow. Exhale, round through to cat, hips to heels. Child's rest, allowing your eyes to drift closed. Inhale to tabletop position. Exhale, curl your toes under, knees and hips come back up to downward facing dog. This time we're just going to hold downward dog for a few breaths. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands to your toes, coming back to Uttanasana. And this time, come right into swinging Uttanasana. Inhale, hold to center. Exhale, arms down. Bend your knees to bent-legged forward fold. Bring your gaze towards the top of your mat. Inhale, press up, reach up. Exhale, hands to Namaste. Inhale, arms up, standing back bend. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, walk your hands forward. And exhale, tabletop position. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Again, inhale. Exhale, scoop through, elbows, chest, and chin. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round through, elbows, chest, and chin. Inhale. And again, exhale, elbows, chest, and chin. Inhale. Exhale, hips to heels, child's rest. Eyes closed. And again, brow is soft. This time, inhale, begin to lift your hips, roll onto the crown of your head, and keep your elbows into the mat here. Now, I want you to feel like there's a little bit of a pressure at the top of your head or at the crown. With your eyes still closed, focus on releasing your energy into the mat. Take deep breaths. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, tabletop position, eyes open. Exhale, downward facing dog, and hold here for a few breaths. Inhale, exhale, walk your hands to your toes. Coming right into swinging Uttanasana. Inhale, hold to center. Exhale, arms down. One vertebrae at a time takes you all the way up to standing. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to Namaste. Inhale, arms up, standing back bend. Exhale, swan dive. This time, inhale to bent-legged forward fold. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, walk your hands forward, back to downward facing dog. Exhale, knees to the mat and hips to heels, coming back into child's rest. Eyes are closed, brow is soft. Inhale, walk your hands in, coming all the way up to a seated position. Shoulders stacked over your iliac crest or over your hips. Inhale, arms come up, palms together. Exhale, begin to round your torso, tucking in your tailbone as though you're coming into cat. Begin to draw your chin to your chest. Fold forward. Come halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, come all the way back up. Inhale. Exhale, tuck in the tailbone, round through, navel drawn in. Inhale, come halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, all the way back up. And again, tuck in the tailbone, come halfway, lengthen, all the way back up. And again, round through, tuck in the tailbone, come forward, slide your fingertips forward, lengthen your spine into tortoise. Now in tortoise, I want you to focus on what we call back breathing. So I want you to feel as though you're causing two balloons to either side of your low spine to inflate every time you inhale. Exhale, allow those balloons to deflate. Inhale. exhale. So what we're doing is we're getting lots of oxygen to the renal organs or kidneys. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, roll back onto the crown of your head. Pull your elbows nice and wide towards the outer edges of your mat, palms together. And again, we're going to hold here, releasing the crown into the mat. Eyes are closed. Eyes are soft. Inhale, exhale, hips to heels. Allow your eyes to drift open. Inhale, exhale, tuck in the tailbone. Round your torso. Slide the fingertips in and in. Inhale, come all the way up, up, up. Shoulders stacked over the iliac crest. Exhale, lower those arms down. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Pull your shoulders open. Slight back bend. Tip the chin up slightly. Allow your eyes once again to drift closed. And then with the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth, allow your jaw to open and close. Lengthen your neck, soften your jaw, allow your eyes to drift open. Release your hands. Inhale, arms come up. Palms together. Exhale, tuck in the tailbone, round your torso, and fold. Sliding your fingertips along the mat, coming back into tortoise, bringing lots of oxygen to the low back. Eyes are closed. Inhale, lift the hips, rolling onto the crown of your head. Extending out your elbows. Breathe deeply. Inhale, exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, come all the way back up. Navel drawn in. Allow your eyes to drift open. Exhale, release the arms down, shoulders stacked over your iliac crest. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Open up your chest. Inhale, slight back bend. Tip your chin up, eyes closed. Inhale and exhale, open and close the jaw. Tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Soften your jaw, lengthen your neck. Allow your eyes to drift open. Inhale, reach your arms up, palms together. Exhale, tuck in the tailbone and fold, sliding the fingertips along the mat, returning to tortoise once again. Eyes are closed. Eyes are soft. Inhale, exhale, lift the hips, elbows out, elbows wide, resting on the crown of your head. Inhale, exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, come all the way back up, reach up. Exhale, once again, arms down by your side, interlace your fingers, open your chest, eyes closed, tip your chin up, open and close the jaw. Inhale, lengthen your neck, eyes open, soften your jaw, reach up. And exhale, fold, coming back to child's rest. We're going to stay here for about 5 breaths. Inhale to tabletop position. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Walk your hands to your toes. And sit back on your feet with your hips towards your heels. From here, taking your time to find your balance, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart center. Draw the knees wide, using your elbows as leverage to open the knees a little bit more into garland pose. So you're reaching your root or tailbone down towards the mat. Now, if you would like to stay here, you may certainly feel free to do so. Otherwise, to get a little deeper opening into the hips, inhale, exhale, take the palms of your hands into the mat. Begin to shift your weight forward ever so slightly. Inhale, take your right foot out to the right. Exhale, left foot out to the left. And once again, take your hands to heart center. Nice deep release into the pelvic girdle. Allow your eyes to close and focus on releasing the energy through your root chakra in the area of the tailbone. If you would like to sway from side to side, if that helps to release the hips a little bit more, you may certainly feel free to do so here. Inhale, hold to center, allow your eyes to open. Exhale, take your hands into the mat. Inhale, lift the hips. Turn the heels back so that you're lengthening your feet forward into wide stance forward fold. Really focus on relaxing the back of your neck so you're reaching the crown of your head towards the mat. Again, let gravity do the work for you. Really think about relaxing into the back of your neck. And there's a part of the base of the skull called the atlas. So I want you to really focus on releasing your atlas as well. Pretend like you're trying to connect your atlas towards a wall in front of you. And it's pulling you forward ever so slightly. Take your hands forward slightly to counterbalance and breathe deeply. Inhale, come halfway up, looking towards the mat, and exhale, turn your toes out, release the hips down, coming back to starting position. Nice deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, palms to the mat. Inhale, step the right foot in. Exhale, step the left foot in, and bring your knees together. Inhale, exhale, roll forward, coming back to tabletop position. Inhale into cow, exhale, round through to cat. Take your right knee towards your right shoulder, shifting your weight to your left leg, and step your right foot just to the outside of your right hand so that your right foot is turned out slightly to a 45-degree angle. Inhale, exhale, lift your right elbow, turn to the right, and rest your right hand into your right hip. Breathe deeply, really press up and through your base arm, press up and through your base leg. Inhale, exhale, square off your shoulders, release your right hand into the mat. Inhale, come back to tabletop position. Exhale, tuck in the tailbone into cat. Step your left foot forward. Again, turning the foot out to a 45-degree angle. Inhale. Exhale, lift your left elbow and rest your left hand into your left hip. Nice deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, release your left hand into the mat. Inhale, come back to tabletop position. Exhale, take your hips to your heels and bring your gaze towards the top of your mat, reaching forward. Inhale. Exhale, slide forward, coming to rest on your forearms and elbows, and bring your abdomen all the way into the mat, coming into Sphinx pose. In Sphinx, I want you to try to keep the tailbone tucked in, engaging your glutes to help support your lower back. Really think about pressing up and through your shoulders. I'm going to stay here for about 5 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, draw your elbows to the outside of the mat and release your brow down. Inhale, slide your arms back so that your arms are proximal to your hips. Inhale, exhale, lift your legs away from the mat. Inhale, lift your torso, draw your gaze slightly forward, and from here we have the option of interlacing the fingers behind the back. Taking deep breaths, really focus on releasing the energy from your abdomen into the mat. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Inhale, exhale, and release. Arms down by your side, brow release to the mat. Inhale, exhale, slide your hands up and proximal to your shoulders and chest. Inhale to tabletop position. Exhale, take your hips to your heels, returning to Balasana or Child's Rest. Inhale to tabletop position. Exhale, cross your ankles. And let's go ahead and roll all the way back to simple cross-legged position. Take your feet forward. Use the strength of your arms to slide your hips to the center of your mat. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, one vertebrae at a time takes you all the way down into a nice, comfortable supine position. And from here, begin to windshield wiper your knees from side to side, releasing the hips just a little bit more. Now, as you're taking your knees from side to side, I want you to focus on really engaging your abdominals so that you're supporting your hips and your lower back. Take deep breaths. Remember to inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Now from here, begin to slide your heels closer towards your hips. And again, windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Continue to engage your abdominals. Start to really tuck in the tailbone just like you did for your cat and cow. Now take your knees over to your right. Inhaling. Exhale, lengthen the left leg. Inhale, back to center. Exhale. Inhale, knees over to the left. Exhale, lengthen the right leg. Inhale, back to center and switch sides. All right, from here, inhale. Really imprint the low back into the mat. Exhale, release the hips, coming to a nice neutral position. Heel toe your feet out towards the edges of the mat, drawing the knees inward, and softly rest your hands on your lower abdomen. Begin to feel the rise and fall of your abdomen upon each wave of your breath. Begin to heel toe your feet back to center. Inhale. Exhale, draw your knees to your chest. Either wrap your hands around the back of your legs or take your fingertips around your knees. You should feel a nice gentle release into the low back and the hips. If you would like to get a little bit more of an intense stretch for the hips and low back, take your knees wide towards your shoulders. Lift your heels, flex your feet, and bind your toes into happy baby. From here, we have the option of swinging from side to side. Inhale, hold. Exhale, bring your feet together and release your heels down to the mat with your knees nice and wide. Opening into the sacrum, opening into the hips. Feeling the rise and fall of your abdomen upon each inhalation and exhalation. Slowly lift your knees. And we're going to begin to transition into our Shavasana or corpse pose. Slide out your right heel, followed by your left. Eyes are soft. Eyes remain closed. And begin to open up your arms. Palms are up, chest is open. Begin to really let go of and silence any and all strenuous thoughts, feeling as though your mind is drifting up towards the sky. Begin to let go of any and all tension through all your muscles, from your fingertips traveling down to your toes. Relax and let go, and focus only on your breathing. If you would like to remain in Shavasana a little bit longer, you may certainly feel free to do so. Otherwise, as soon as you feel ready to come back out of your Shavasana, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Slide in your right heel, followed by your left. Roll over onto your right side into the fetal position with your right arm underneath your right ear. Eyes are still closed. And use the strength of your arms to come all the way up to a nice, comfortable, simple, cross-legged position. Eyes are open. Palms are up. Inhale, reach up. Lift your gaze up. Exhale, lower your arms down. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach up. Bring your palms together. Exhale, take your hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. As always, if you have any questions, concerns, any parts of the body that you would like for me to focus on a little bit more going into the future, feel free to drop a comment below, and of course, like and subscribe, and make sure that you hit that bell to receive notifications. Thanks again, everybody. Namaste and peace.